Which one is it? It's this one. If you want to get Farewell Golden, practice this room. Practice it a fuck ton. Wind Springs is hard. I make it look easy because I've practiced it a crap ton, but it really is hard. Another room that could be hard is this one. Let's see if I remember how I do it. Something like that. Like this room is normally really difficult, but the way I do it, like like if you do it this way, this is so easy. Like it's really not that bad if you do it that way. Another room that could be hard, I guess, the long one with wind. This one. This one also could be tricky. I recommend really getting a demo button for this room. Because like right there, if I didn't demo, there too, if I didn't demo, I would have been dead. Last room is not really hard. It's just long. Trying to think of other rooms that could be tough. Which room is this one? Oh, it's this room. Wow, this room is that big? Holy shit. How many hours do I have on Farewell? I don't know actually. I might have like 50? I don't even remember. A little more than that probably. This room. I think this room also gives some people some trouble. The only real advice I have for this room is don't grab that double dash. Just hit Kevin up here. Just don't grab it. It's so much easier to skip it. This set right here is actually a hard set of rooms. So you want to not do that. It's exactly what you don't want to have. I think you want to go underneath. I don't remember actually. But I think you want to go underneath. You go over, we'll jump here, dash here, go up here, and then dash here. Then for this you want to wait here for a bit. Or actually I forgot, hold on. I think you want to go... Actually I think you want to wait just a little bit and then go. You want to go to the right side and then left side of those two, of that first two set of spikes. So yeah, on the right and then on the left, and then you take the left path and alternate on every single set of stars. This part, I think I did this. I think that's what I do. And don't get crushed by trying to do a speed strat. Don't do the speed. Don't do the speed strat at all. In this room, I normally land. Some people go and do everything in one go, but I prefer landing. What am I doing right now? I'm just pointing out strats for people that want to go for Farewell Golden. It's because people have been saying it recently. What is this spawn point? Why is this a spawn point? What? Okay. Wait, there's also a spawn point in Kevin's room. Interesting. Is this comb room? Yeah, it's comb room. I messed up the audio, goddammit. Chrome Broom, I think it's when the move block goes through the second, or hits the third set of spinners. I think it's the third. So let me do the hyper instead. So yeah, it's when you go at the third set. You want to go here, and then one hits the first set on that part, then you hit the spring. Oh, this room is hard too. This room, I have literally no easier way to do this. It's just hard. I usually do an up instead of up left. I find the straight up to be a lot easier than the up left. But it's really up to you. This room is just difficult. Just go with whatever feels like it's easier for you. Oh, and in case you don't know, I mean, I doubt you wouldn't know, but for this part you can just do that. I really do not recommend doing the wall bounce like that. If you do an extended hyper, you can very easily get to the wall. As for the second checkpoint, or second tutorial, I really don't have anything. I just do what the tutorial says. I know some people do some weird shit where they like do something like that, but it's up to the moon block pattern. So I don't know if you prefer doing that. I mean, it definitely feels safer to do, because then you can just do an upright. It also works pretty well. But I don't know. If you're good at bunny hops and are observant at the moon block pattern, you can definitely go for it. And I guess I'll show off key skip too. Because if you don't do key skip, honestly, I really think you should learn it. Key skip is so good. It saves you so much time, and it's really close to the beginning of the golden. So, like, the thing about it is, if you get the keys, okay, so you get at the key hub at like 2 minutes and 30-ish. And getting the keys takes about 1 minute 30, while key skip takes about 30 seconds. Did I even get the double dash? So yeah, if you get it, if you know how to do it consistently, okay, I already do have double dash. If you know how to do it consistently, you should like definitely go for key skip, like no question. And if you don't do key skip already, I feel like you should really learn it. And the way I do this part is I line myself up right here, and then I start holding right before I jump. And that lines up for the spinners there. And this part is pretty free. You can send persistent. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again because I didn't really explain the hard part of key skip. Or the hard parts, just in general, because there are a couple that are kind of tight. So the first one will be to get up there. So what I do is again, line myself up right here, and then tap right before I jump, and it's gonna line up with the gap perfectly, and then you do a Jelly Vader. So that's how you get up here, then go down here, get the double dash, double spring, and then, yeah, just go up here. So the net start part is doing the actual key skip. So what I do is, so if you noticed, I let myself fall through here, and I go a little bit further to the right. I don't want to go too far to the right, because what I want to do is I want to jump and throw, and the knockback is going to send me into the booster. And I want to jump just slightly above the bottom spinners, and then throw. And then the dash is just all up to you. That's just timing. Anything else? I don't think so. There's not that many other rooms that are hard. I don't think. Oh, I guess no, never mind. There's which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. This room is quite difficult. So yeah, so for the first few, just neutral, hit the spring. Here I do an up. Hold on, so on the last one, you definitely want to take the path on the left. You definitely do not want to stay on the right. The right side is so much harder to do on the last block. You do not want to go on the right side of the final block. Always go on the left. Like, even if you don't get your buffered climb jumps, you can still save it, like, really easily. You just do 2 climb jumps, hit the spring, get the dash refresh, and then you're free to go. As for the spring at the top right, I hit this spring, I do an up dash into the dash refresher, and then do a right dash. So here, hit that upright, or up, like, and then don't go on the right side. If you go on the right side, like, shit's tough. I know that was like a really shitty effort at trying to like do the right side, but trust me, the left side is so much easier. So even if you grab it, like, you can very easily make your way up here. If it starts falling too early and you're close to the top, one trick that you should be aware of is if a block falls, if a block is falling, you want to just hold onto it without holding grab and slide against it. You'll hit the top, you'll hit the spring at the top easily. So if you don't get your climb jumps, just literally hold right, and that's how easy it is. Nice. Let's see what else is this room. This room is pretty easy. I mean, all you gotta do is this. It's like, it's really not that bad. That's obviously how you do that room. I'm just kidding. Hit the zipper. Get this guy in place. Make him explode and dash and spam dash up. Exactly not what I did. Yeah. Just make sure you don't go for the spring. The spring is a death trap. Again, just stick on the left side. This room is whatever. Which one's this one? Oh, this one is another one that could give some people trouble if they don't have the correct setup. So throw it there, re-grab it, throw it, and then grab that part. You want to grab the left side of the block. And then go and hit the spring according to when or where the jellyfish is. If it's too far up, then you wait. So like right here, just wait. If it's, you know, already in grab range, then you want to go for it. Okay, fuck this one up. I actually forgot what I need to do. I think I do an upright to line that up. Dash and grab. Then do a climb jump up. This room is pretty easy. I think I went through every room that could really just be a problem. I guess Kevin room? Kevin room could be a problem to people. What I do is, I go under, I do a climb jump and then a wall jump to the right. Then do 2 dashes, hit that, go under, and you're free to go. Plenty of space on the Kevin if you do it like that. Another way to do it is you climb up, duck, and jump. The only problem with that, I'm gonna show it off. The problem with that, and that's why I don't go for it, because if you jump too late, then that happens. You're just gonna be left with no space to land. And that jump is actually, like, it doesn't look tight, but it is. While the climb jump into the wall jump, it really is not. You have so much time for this to do that. Another thing you can do is land here. There's, I mean, really, as long as you land on the right side of the Kevin, then you're gonna have space to land on it, but I didn't. So yeah, I think this is literally the best strat to do for this room. Don't climb on them right here. Do double dash there. You have just land on the left or on the right side, and you have like half of the left side open. It's just like wave dashes. I guess that's one thing maybe people don't know about. If I'm gonna show it off again. But yeah, basically on the last zipper, do not stall, just like jump and you'll make it. You'll need to get on the other side. Oh, this room is actually tough too. And I can't really show it off with Nico because it would require some precise stuff. But basically, it's still hard to show off. But basically, when Madeline has this animation where if she's grabbing a wall and she's at the very bottom, she's gonna like have her legs dangle. That's one sign that you're almost good. You're not actually good completely because like right here you're just dead. I wish I could quickly turn off the Nico skin, but I can't because it's not a mod option. But the way you do it is you look at the arms. Once you see the arms going, once you see the 3 pixels right there, you need to see. I wish I could show it off like here, I guess. Like this is not fine. This is still not fine. Not fine. There. Once the 3 pixels make a little triangle, that's when you know you're fine. This is really far down, but this is also good. But otherwise, for this room, the intended way is tough. I don't recommend it, but you can still do it. You gotta do that wall bounce, which is kind of tricky. The reason why it's tricky is because if you fall too far down, you're gonna actually end up underneath the block, or just have that happen. If you don't reach the coin, Alternatively, you can not do that and die. I don't think you can actually do anything if you missed a coin. Actually, can you grab onto that? Actually, hold on. Maybe you can save it. Yeah, you can grab that. There's actually a very big window to grab it, even though it doesn't look like it. So if you miss your coin, do that. And I think I literally went through everything now. This room already showed off. I didn't show off this room, but it's mostly just cycles. You want to wait for the dream block to start going to the... No, wait, never mind. Wait, what did I do here again? I think I need to do it through room transition to show it off better. It's obviously this room, which is kind of hard. You don't want to go instantly, you want to wait, and then grab this, fall down, upright, and you're free. Comb room I already showed off. Cloud room, if you're feeling ballsy, you can just do that, but honestly, just do that, it's safer. This room, I mean, I guess there are multiple strats to this room, but this is the main one you want to do. Did okay, no, I didn't have a dash. The only thing I do want to mention though is right here. Oh, God damn it, hold on. Yeah, right here, on the fast fall part, you don't want to do all of it to fast fall, otherwise that happens. You want to stop fast falling once you lined yourself up with the springs. And here, honestly, just do whatever you want. This part is mostly free. You can go to Kevin, say hi, skip feathers, it's really not that hard. I guess there's one last room that maybe could be difficult for some people, which is this one. So what I do, so once I beat this, I kind of just do a hyper here, and I hit this. So you want to hit it, and then just make your way to the feather, without dashing or doing anything interesting. And I was actually a little too slow right there, because I hesitated. And then that should line yourself up for this path. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind, I completely forgot. Then you dash into the feather, maybe? Oh, if that happens, though, that's shit. Yeah, actually, I don't remember what I did for this room at all. I'd have to look at my own video. But yeah, on those springs, just take your time. Oh, I didn't show any of the rhythm blocks. Guess this one could be tough. Specifically one part. And there is a really easy way to do that. I fucked it up because I was not at the very top. But yeah, if you're at the very top, you want to do a climb jump. When you hear the midway beat. And that lines you up perfectly for the top block to go away. This room is pretty easy. I'm just gonna quickly do it. Do an upright or up dash there. Or just on most of these, just do up dashes. Kind of just skip this entire part by dashing the way I did. And don't do whatever I just did. Normally you want to just wall jump in between the walls. I think this one is... I remember doing something like this. You go on the wall. Have that happen, but I think there's an easier way to do this. So you go when the blue one appears. Okay, wait, hold on. No, you wanna go when the blue one appears. And you wanna fast bubble all of these. Okay, but never mind. This is actually looking a little bit sketchier. Yeah, you need to be really fast if you want to do this strat. So I actually still don't think you should go for it. But when the blue spawns, just go and don't fast bubble basically any of these. And take that path. What you can also do is for the last coin, you can also upright. So you grab it upright and then go back into the bubble, so you don't have to worry about sliding yourself up into the electricity while the block goes up. So this room, mostly about timing. Don't hold anything here, just hold right, hold up. Okay, actually, it's actually not. So on this yellow block, you want to not be at the top and then hold up, because then Madeline's going to do that climbing animation that gives you extra time. So yeah, for the yellow block, you want to climb up, but not all the way up. You want Madeline to do this weird climbing animation that gives you more time. Then yeah, for the double dash refresher part, really recommend to just go back on the pink block and then go through the blue block while the yellow block is on. An alternate way, which is way riskier in my opinion, is you use the dash here and then do an upright, but that's really close to both the kill bots at the bottom and the spikes at the top, so I don't recommend it. And this one is just all about timing. You generally just want to go on the half beat. But, you know, not on this one. Because this one's a little tighter, you want to go a little bit before the half beat. Or just a little bit after the pink block despawns. But this one, you want to go on the half beat. As for the just final sections, I don't know what else to say. I guess I can just play through them real quickly, just so I can like see if I find something that maybe people could have trouble with. but I really doubt it because most of, I mean, I already talked about that, the wind room with the gate electricity. And that's like the only one that I feel like is actually hard. Out of all of these. I guess if you fuck this up, you can still save it by doing that. So yeah, that's another thing you should keep in mind. You can skip battling there, save time, in case you ever die in this area, which would really suck. Upside down. Farewell bug. The gaps for the lightning right there are big enough to really just be consistently, like, at all times and be able to go through them. Definitely you don't want to take that bottom path. You want to take the top path. Hold on. Let me do that again. And then, yeah, dash through the electricity on the last one. This one, you generally want to take it slowly. Mostly because of this part and the part after. This part right here. Just take it slowly. You can wait a cycle on the falling block. And just wait for the electricity to line up correctly. This is definitely not the path you want to take, but it's almost one you can take. The path you want to take here is actually... You want to bonk this fish and skip the spring. And for this part, if you bonk that fish, you're fine. You can just land on these, but in the case where you don't feel like bonking that fish, there's still like a very easy feather path that you can take. Just this one, and underneath that one, dash at the end. Here, just don't get trolled by Badlin and everyone. I actually don't recommend dashing down right there, because if you dash too early, you're gonna miss Badlin. I recommend doing up left, and then line yourself up with Badlin. Up would kill you on the electricity, so yeah, you need to do an up left. So for this one, if you're unsure, just take your time. Block here doesn't fall. You can fast fall or slow fall to line yourself up with the electricity. And for the most part, you don't even need the dashes here. You can just hold right if you timed it correctly. Alright, here you can actually do that. You can do the 5 block jump. To then dash straight and go through, basically through that part of the electricity and skip basically most of the hard part. Here you can hold right, so you can land on this block. If you don't hold right, or just don't hold anything, for the most part you're gonna be able to land on this block, but you can't just, you know, not hold anything forever, because if you don't hold anything, you're gonna be like right about here, like right where the electricity starts. So you're gonna have to hold right eventually. Here you can also just do this. I don't know. If that part intimidates you, you can just do that. Oh, this actually is a hard room too. I normally do up dashes. Here, just up dash everywhere. And like even here, up dashes will line up. Other people do that, which is also okay because a down left always lines up with a move block with a spring on the right. But honestly, just go for up dashes. I feel like they're more consistent, just in general. Here, don't try to do random fucking ultras on areas where you're obviously gonna not ultra. Just in general, in rooms like these, I really recommend you to do extended hypers. Just in case you get corner fucked, just do extended hypers. I just find them so much more consistent. Here, just get yourself a demo button. It's the only way you can make this room easier. Get a demo button and dash just a little bit earlier than you think. For this part, I guess I haven't really talked about this yet, so I feel like I should mention it. So you're gonna have to, for this room, I think it's one of the only rooms next to one of the very first few rooms that requires you to do a super off the pufferfish. So yeah, this is also one room where, I mean, like, even if you don't get the super boost, like, you're fine, but you basically are trying to get the super off of this fish. And the only way I find supers to off of the fish to be a little easier. Let me see if I can find that room again. It's this one. No, it's the one after. Is that the pufferfish have this like weird, like 180-degree angle underneath them. You want to line your dash just with that. Like as soon as Madeline gets close to that line, you're gonna dash and hold jump also. You don't want to go underneath it because underneath it is probably the worst. You want a little bit over is still fine. The one button is kind of cheating. Well, that room is difficult, so suit yourself. This room, honestly, I have nothing to say. Like, it's really not that bad. If you have trouble with that room, sorry. Here it's a bunch of wave dash into a duck. And then it's the last room. Last room, I don't really have anything to say about it either. Because for the most part, the last room is pretty straightforward. There's nothing really that would be too difficult that would require a different setup that makes it easier. The only problem, like the only thing I can think of right now is the spring. You want to fast fall. Hold on, let me do this again. You want to fast fall and hold right the entire time. Because if you don't, the jellyfish can actually clip the barrier at the top. So hold down and just do that all in one single motion. And for the most part, when you grab the jellyfish here, just do uprights. You want to do upright as much as possible, because it's the safest thing. You throw it. There's a lot of room, so honestly don't get too scared there. You don't even need to dash here, but you can. If you want to. Here you can just take your time. Just go as slowly as possible as you want. I usually just go fast because I want to get, done with this. Here's the only part where I kind of slow down. It is a little tight. But again, just like look at where the big line is. This thick line right here. Once you're past that, just you're free to go. The pufferfish will not hit you. Once the jellyfish hits the top electricity, that's when we throw it. Here, just don't hold anything with that pufferfish. It lines you up perfectly with the feather. Don't rush this part. Here, you can do a right, but I prefer to do upright on that first spring. Don't do a hyper, even though it looks like you really should do a hyper. Just don't. Don't get the pufferfish boost out of that. Just get the small one. It works every time anyway. I feel like the big one can just throw you off a little bit. But yeah, then you dash there and then off to the golden room you go. And yeah, golden room, it got changed once I beat it. So the camera does actually scroll down here. So this is definitely the path you want to take. Just inch yourself forward, do an uplift. It's that easy. And don't throw a jellyfish like I just did. Wait, you just inch yourself forward, fall, just do a little turn, just tap left a little bit so you avoid the spinners on the right side. And basically you're already done with this room. That's the only hard part of this room. Unless you're going for Jellyless. Which, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you definitely should not be going for Jellyless. If you know how to Jelly Vader, definitely do it. Jelly Vadering is much nicer to do in this last part. Or at least I find it a little easier to Jelly Vader. But yeah, if you don't know how to Jelly Vader, it's fine. Because I think if you miss it, then the jellyfish falls back down here. So if you're unsure, just honestly take your time. And it's much better if you're going a little faster than the jellyfish is. Because then if you grab it and don't get the boost, you can just land here and do it again. And yeah, that's it. If you want to keep the Jelly Vader here, then do that. It's free anyway. Somehow. Okay, I'm done. I hope that helped some people at least. They were still going for this golden. Which I know some people are still going for it, which is nice.